Hello there and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a short video on Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies. Now these are two players really and honestly, hand on heart right here, that I don't know a great deal about. Okay, and that's, some people might turn around and say, "Oh, poor YouTuber, that's not a very good that's not very good of you. You should have been doing your research." And maybe yes, but also it's also a little bit exciting sometimes to see people that you don't know everything about, and we can hopefully learn a little bit about as well here today. So if any of you do know anything more than I do, which could be, it's substantial knowledge, to be honest with you. Ben Davies, I don't know anything about, and Ozan Kabak, I genuinely don't know much about at all. Please do feel free to let me know, because we're going to go and read through these articles here. Well, one article anyway, two articles from thisisanfield.com, and look at the profiles on transfermarkt.co.uk as well. We'll have a look at those quickly. Now, apparently, this has only come in as I was coming home from work. Liverpool could sign Schalke centre-back Ozan Kabak on an initial loan with an option to buy, with a 20-year-old potentially arriving on deadline day, which is quite something. 20 years old. We've been linked with Kabak before. We were linked with him in the summer, and Liverpool didn't pull the trigger on that one then either. Now, we're hoping that we can do it. The only thing that is apparently going to hold this one up, or may make it that it doesn't happen whatsoever, is if Schalke can get a replacement. Now, there's rumours that Schalke are looking to bring in Mustafi, which is great, because we were linked with Mustafi, and I was like, no. If this was like us being linked with Mustafi from Valencia back in the day, then I'd be like, okay, no problem. But after Arsenal, I'm alright. I'd actually rather take no one than Mustafi. But if Mustafi goes that way to Schalke and Ozan Kabak come to us on loan with an initial loan with an option to buy, I think that that makes sense. I really do think that that makes sense, and it would be very good for us, because we need to bring at least someone in. If we end up bringing in two defenders, then that just makes the world of difference for us in terms of being able to utilize Fabinho and Henderson as actual midfielders and have defenders in there as well. Even though they won't have played with the team at all, it just gives us those options to actually play players in their correct positions as well. So for me, I'm excited about both potential signings, and I say potential because, as nailed on as a lot of these things tend to be, they're never nailed on until they're stood there wearing the shirt. And I never believe anything until they're stood there wearing the shirt. I really don't. You can have rumours here, there, or everywhere, or ITKs all over the place. Until they're wearing that shirt, it's not a done deal. So we'll see. We have to see how this progresses throughout the day. Kabak is apparently someone that's got decent pace, can play on either side of defence, on the left-hand side, the right-hand side as well. In fact, if we go and look at his player profile, apparently has had the option also of being able to play in defensive midfield. Someone that is apparently has transfermarkt.co.uk. I would take it with a pinch of salt when it says current market value being 22.5 million. If that's accurate, then I would say that's actually pretty cheap for a centre back, for someone who has a lot of potential and is only 20 years old. That's quite something. And apparently it has good attributes as well. But I am not going to try and I'm not going to try and, lie to you or make stuff up. I have never in my life seen this guy play football. That is just me being completely 100% honest. So yeah, that's pretty much all we've got there. I'm excited to see if whoever we bring in, just not Mustafi, please. No, no, not a chance. I don't know what his injury record is, and I don't know if I can see that anywhere. Injury history. So, do we have any? Much. He's had some last year, vertebra injury. He missed 3 games. Missed 7 games in his career so far. That's not bad at all. Missed, obviously had some big ones here as well. 54 days and 79 days, but still, somehow only missed 3 games. That must have been, it was the, what's the name on it, the pandemic. So it didn't really matter at that point anyway. And this one probably being the bigger one. Still, looks like a pretty, obviously he's only 20 years old, but still looks like a pretty clean injury record. But at this moment in time, we can't really be looking at that. Obviously, we need to just bring people in, and I think that Kabak could be a good asset for Liverpool, whether it was an emergency or not. I think it would be actually quite good. Apparently, we are. Kabak is on his way. Hello. Update 10 past 12. I must have missed this one. Apparently, Kabak is on his way to undergo a medical at Liverpool and subsequently sign a loan contract running until the end of the season. Reds reportedly have an option to make the deal permanent in the summer, which is fantastic. He'd be the second centre back to arrive at Anfield on Monday after the club reached a deal to sign Ben Davies from Preston and following the failed transfer of Jesus Christ, Duj Kaleta Carr, which has been vetoed by Marseille and blah blah blah. All right, that's decent. I didn't see that before I loaded the article up, so that's fantastic, and that's already got me excited that he's actually on his way to undergo a medical at Liverpool. That's fantastic, and then we move on to the second player here, which is Ben Davies. Now, first off, if Ben Davies was coming from I don't know, if he was coming from a Dortmund or if he was coming from a Valencia or a Villarreal or someone like that, wherever it might be, people wouldn't question Liverpool signing Ben Davies. But because he comes from Preston in the Championship, people are just like, oh my God, Liverpool are only spending 2 million. Premier League champions and Champions League winners are spending only like 2 million on a defender. What? Oh my God, what are our owners? Hey, give the lad a chance. Give the lad a chance. I've not seen such a reversal of like positive and negative. Like Liverpool fans being negative that we were trying to shore up one of our defensive areas that we're really struggling with in terms of personnel. And then Preston fans who were genuinely happy for him. They were like, we are gutted that we're losing Ben Davies, but we're really happy for him as well to get that move to someone like Liverpool and that he fully deserves it as well. I will go in and load up his injury history as well, just in case. But he's played 19 appearances, 1 assist so far. He's 70% of the time in the starting 11. Whether he has goal contribution or not, who cares? Like, genuinely, who cares? He can play at left back as well if needed, and is left-footed as well. He's had quite a few moves in his career so far, with Liverpool most likely being the biggest one, being at Preston for 4 years, and I think it's low risk, regardless of what anyone thinks. It's low risk, and people might not like that. People might turn around. We shouldn't be doing These are people that have expectations of Liverpool going out and signing Koulibaly in January or something like that. That was never going to happen. And regardless of what happens here with this guy, as I say, I don't know anything about him. I can't honestly turn around and say I've seen him play. But he's going to turn up at Liverpool. And I'm excited to see him get a chance when he gets a chance. You know, he could get a chance straight away. Could get a chance maybe against Brighton in midweek. He might not. Might take some time. We don't know what's going to happen with Kabak. Is he going to get much time as well? Or is he going to get thrown straight into the mix? We don't know. But I'm excited to give him a chance. How about that? And this lad, I mean, I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan or not. But regardless of any of that, whether he is a fan or not, he also must be buzzing as well. He probably is a little bit gutted to be leaving somewhere like Preston, where they obviously revere him very, very well. But he must be buzzing as well and really want to prove himself. And he's got a chance to do it. Same like Nat Phillips has as a current Liverpool youngster. He's got a chance to do it as well. If he can do it in training and impress Klopp, then it doesn't matter where you've come from. Then if Klopp sees you as being good enough for Liverpool, then you're good enough for Liverpool. And that's what it's all about. Trust in our manager, trust in our coaching system, and trust in our transfer system as well, whether people want to or not. There's flip sides to this as well, because people might look at it and say Liverpool should have gone out and done a high-profile signing. Sometimes they don't work. And then you've blasted a load of money that clubs don't really have at the moment, which is why we would be looking to take Kabak on loan with an option to buy, but not an obligation to buy, because they want to see what the player's like while also helping us through an injury crisis at the moment in time. Ben Davies is low risk, and that's not slagging off the player, but when he's only coming in for maybe 2, maximum 4 million, then that's low risk because when he comes in, if he performs really well and he actually, proves himself to be a good, possibly squad rotation centre back, then where's the risk? If anything, you've upped his transfer market and you've made yourselves look absolutely mustard by signing someone that was of a low fee, very low risk, and it's come off. If it doesn't work out, and he doesn't work out to be someone that fits Liverpool, then it's been low risk, low loss. I don't see how people can be negative about these deals. I really, really can't. I don't understand the negativity about it. I'm very excited to see Liverpool, all right, belatedly moving in the transfer window, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes of why these might have taken so much time. Why we've waited till deadline day. Make no mistake, we probably wouldn't be making much signings anyway if Matip hadn't become injured against Tottenham. It was against Tottenham, wasn't it? I think it was. We probably, because, Joel Matip is like a packet of quavers. He's going to break in some way, somehow, pretty quickly. Maybe get 2, 3, 4 games out of him max, and then he's out again. We're not seeing Joe Gomez or Virgil van Dijk. In my mind, I don't think we're seeing them again this season, no matter what Klopp says. I don't want to get excited that we might see them, because if we don't, I'd be disappointed. I'm so happy that Liverpool are going to go out and do these deals for Ben Davies, for Kabak. The fact that these guys are getting brought in, I'm well excited to see it happen, and also to see what these guys can bring to Liverpool as well. I'm excited for them to get their opportunity, but I'm also excited for the opportunities that it gives us as well. Bringing in 2 other defenders to help out and rotate between Matip. Fabinho could still rotate in that area as well. Nat Phillips as well. Reece Williams, which seems to be everyone's go-to guy for slagging off at the moment. Leave the lad alone. Leave the lad alone. He didn't even play against Tottenham. He didn't even play against... Who have we just played? West Ham. He didn't play against West Ham, and people are still mentioning Reece Williams. Leave the lad alone. He's young. He'll develop. We could end up with very good defenders behind our elite defenders in... Well, elite defender in Virgil van Dijk. I would say that as a defender, Gomez has got time. He's got things to work on here and there. But hey, that's by the by. This is just a short video looking at these 2 guys. And to tell you, I'm excited to see what these guys will bring to Liverpool. I'm really excited. We don't do business in January, so to actually be doing things in January is just kind of like, I know that we need to do things in January, but it's good to see us actually acting on it. It's sad to see some of the Liverpool fan base not reacting in a very positive or constructive way, but it is what it is. They're not getting the 60, 70, 80 million pound centre-back that they want. But, hey, I'm excited to see these guys perform for Liverpool. Thank you ever so much for watching this short video here, talking about transfers. When transfer window, deadline day and stuff ends, there won't be a video from me, because it'll be too late, for me. I have to hit the hay and go to bed at 8 o'clock in the evening. So it'll be tomorrow is where we look at stuff then, and then we also get a preview done for the Brighton game as well. So thank you so much for watching and for all of your support as well. I really do appreciate it. Please do feel free to like the video and get your comments in the comment section below about these 2 players here. How are you feeling about it? I'm excited, and I don't see any other reason why I wouldn't be excited. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you later.